I mean, though this was not necessarily practical in a duel, this weapon was basically the anti-shield sword.
Great video. I'm really glad to see that more people are talking about African weapons on TikTok. So why don't I weigh in? As a person who does fence with a shotel, I can talk a little bit about its practicalities in a duel. I like to think that I know a thing or two about using one in a duel. So the first thing we want to talk about is the anatomy of the weapon. You see here it has a symmetrical hilt, and it's actually sharp on the outside curve and on the inside curve. This is a weapon that is meant to be used both on horseback and on foot. Now, you'll find that on horseback, you'll definitely have an easier time cutting with the outside. On foot, however, that is where the forward curve shines, and this is why. So when applying the point, yes, you are correct, it does go around shields, but it also makes for an effective thrust. The thrust in the weapon is far more powerful than the cut. It's much more difficult to get a cut on the inside curve than it is to just poke at somebody with the point of it. It's almost like a weirdly curved rapier if you're looking at the objective of its use. The curve also has the unintended consequence of feeding your opponent's weapon straight into the strong of your blade, which gives you more leverage when you're actually engaging in a one-on-one fight, which gives you more control over their weapon. You can turn your sword and actually hook it. What the inside curve also does for you is that it actually guides the blade away from your hand when you are holding it point forward. And we're just talking about using the point forward. Now, you can switch in the middle of the fight and turn it into a saber, which means that you have all of the advantages of fencing with a saber with a fully sharp false edge. So you could use a lot of great back cuts, or when you're getting close and you end up maybe in a bit of a grapple, you can run the blade across your opponent's body without having to get that full extension. So there are a lot of benefits to using the shotel as a dueling weapon. It's actually quite useful and very practical. I really hope that this was helpful to anybody who finds this interesting, and I recommend you check out the Historical African Martial Arts Association and Damon Stith for some great shotel content. All right, have a great day and happy dueling.